Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to This Week with Pastor Dino. I'm Dino, and I'm so glad you are joining us here at First Presbyterian Church of Bradenton, where we are cultivating hearts for Jesus from the heart of downtown. Now, again, it's been a tough time with hurricanes in the Gulf and with COVID rampant throughout Florida and having to close church down temporarily, and all of that has been tough. And today, I'm just reminded of what it says in Jeremiah 29:11, a very famous verse that says this: "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Again, I know how much of a discouraging time this is. It seems like there's no hope, and yet our hope is in the Lord. Our hope is always in the Lord. This is not a time, it's easy for us to get into our heads, oh my gosh, our church is going to go down, or whatever's going to happen, our business, our society, whatever. This is a time for us to really grow in the Lord as we focus on Him and realize that His plan for us is to thrive because we're His church, we're His body. This is not a time where we need to feel like we're being harmed, but where we can really grow into Christ's likeness and then get ready to display that out to the world once the doors are open. So again, remember that God has us in His hands, and He is leading and guiding us through this tumultuous time, and He loves us and has a good plan for us, a plan to give us a hope and a future, and COVID is not going to stop that. So thanks be to God. This week, the church office will start to be a little bit more open as the staff kind of trickle back into the office and quarantine periods are up. I do want to remind you that the session voted to keep everything closed down for the time being to get through the little mini COVID spread that we had and kind of come out on the other side, having kept everyone healthy as possible. So we're going to be closed through Labor Day, and then on the 7th, the session will get back together to talk about some of our next steps, and we'll be here telling you all about what's going on in that respect. But we do look forward to getting back to being open soon. We just need to make sure we do that as safely as possible for the sake of our church and our community. So with that in mind, I'd been telling you all that right after Labor Day, I was excited to start a new series called Let's Talk Us, where we're going to talk all about our church and how we kind of take this time and move forward in practical ways into living into being a healthy church and a healthy congregation. But really, I had it impressed upon my spirit, on my heart this week, that wasn't the right way to go with everything going on. I just started pressing into the Word, and as I was reading this week, I spent a lot of time in Philippians and decided that that's what I want to take us through as we come out of this little COVID period. So we're going to be doing a 4-week series in the book of Philippians, and that's going to kick off right after Labor Day. So that's going to be a bit of a pivot, but I think a necessary pivot during these times. In terms of online programming, we have breakfast and Bible study on Saturday morning. That's at 10 o'clock, held over Zoom. Go to bradenton.church/Zoom and get all the information you need to join that class. Also, Sunday morning, we will have one service at 11 o'clock. That's going to be online only. Now, in terms of this show, next Monday is Labor Day, and we're all off, so there's not going to be a show. I'll come back and do a special edition of This Week with Pastor Dino right after the session meets and let you all know what is going on. But there will be no show next Monday, and so just hang tight and we'll get you as much information as we can after the 7th. Keep that Jeremiah 29:11 verse in the front of your minds this week as you think about our church, think about life, think about those who you love, and remember that God's plan is to help us navigate through this time and help us grow into Christ's likeness no matter what the situation around us dictates. So with that in mind, be safe out there, and we'll see you again soon on This Week with Pastor Dino. Bye-bye.